to it and get this game going. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bears offense who will have the football first. And you've got to believe this defense has put in extra time to try to slow down this tight end, David, with the question, can they even stop it?
It's one thing to watch it. It's another thing to stop it. And I'm just impressed with the way they move him around. They use him. Sometimes he blocks. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. Sometimes he's a lineman. Sometimes he's a wide receiver. So tough to figure out where he's going to be to double team him. But I bet he's got the attention of this defense, Jesse.
He does for sure. And because of that, David, I think it's going to open up some opportunities for maybe some of the other guys out wide. If you've got two guys covering the tight end as a quarterback, you've got to be ready to throw the football somewhere else sometimes. And so you might see a little bit more balance in the passing attack today.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Trying to quiet this crowd, DJ Lagway. He's got it way down the field. Huge play on that one. Took it across the 50, and they'll mark him down at the 45.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. You can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and you know that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those third downs. You don't want to give up explosives. Well, you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that third down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle better, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
Lagway wants to throw. Hauls it in. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. The Bears want to pick up the tempo. Quick give. There he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. The Bears trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Defense all over him. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Out wide right, it's Freeman. And that one did not work. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Can they salvage the drive by converting on 3rd and goal? And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. Lagway to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The Cougars offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes Bear Bachmeier. He's trying to flush that last performance. 4 interceptions and just a single touchdown pass. Quick give. It's Martin. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
You've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Right back to it. Found a little space. He'll pick up 6 of the 14 as they have room to operate. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. Powers inside. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
And I think that was step 1 for this offense. You didn't want to start backed up, but you did on this first drive. Nice job getting that first down, creating a little bit more space. Now I look to see if they get back on script, maybe get aggressive, and see what this offense does today.
The Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hits inside. It's Martin. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
BYU has this offense clicking, making the adjustment on the play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Right side, it's Martin. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Moving the pocket, it's Bachmeier. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Motion from the wideout. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Finds his man on the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Bears moving quickly to the line. Here's Lagway to pass. Under pressure. On the move, he fires. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Lyons. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Drops back on 1st down. They're all over it. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. Right down the middle. Out wide left, it's Freeman. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a 1st down in the red zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught, and he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Baylor. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Setting up for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0.
Oh, man, and the quarterback knew exactly where he was going with this football at the pre-snap. He saw the matchup he liked, and he took advantage of it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, it's Martin. Nowhere to go.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Making the adjustment. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. On the run, fires downfield. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Motion from the wide receiver. The give on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Sets his feet. It's Bachmeier. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Across the 45. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Could not make his way to the corner. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Shoots it to the left. Good coverage to knock that pass away.
Well, as a quarterback, it's going to be tough throwing comeback routes against this guy. He does such a good job breaking on the ball, and he's able to swat it away.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Needs it here on 4th down. Finds him out of the backfield. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Throwing, Lagway. Got him. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Bears in the hurry up. Piles his way ahead. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The Bears, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And Baylor's a team, man, it's been interesting to watch them because offensively, they make no bones about it. They want to throw the ball all over the yard. And what do? To replace their stud from a year ago, they go in the portal. They get DJ Lagway, a guy that can spin it, has had some high moments, also had some inconsistencies, Palmer. So I'm interested to watch this young man at the helm.
Yeah, the big key, I think, for Baylor is this coaching staff getting the most out of DJ Lagway. Because you said it, David, he was one of the most recruited players and Gatorade Player of the Year in high school for a reason. His ceiling is so high. The issue, though, has been the consistency. If this coaching staff can get him to play his A game week in, week out, this Baylor offense is going to be impossible to stop.
The Bears will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
They're backed up just a little. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Moves the pocket. It's Bachmeier. Trying to escape and get it himself. Quarterback gets enough. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run inside. It's Martin. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. He's got the back in the middle. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Turns into the pile. Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Right side, it's Bachmeier. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
He breaks a tackle. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Out wide right, it's Phillips.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Wants to throw. It's Bachmeier. Turns it upfield. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. The Cougars will use their 1st timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Martin. And he's in. Touchdown, BYU!
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the 1st half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the 2nd half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Just enough time to get off one more snap. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We kick things off with Boston College taking on the number 9 team, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And it's the Fighting Irish on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates, And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. And now back to your game in Provo. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Great move. Now he's got room. He's got 98 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. He's changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Right side, it's Martin. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. BYU right back to the line. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his man. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking for the score. Touchdown, BYU! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Handoff from the gun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Caught. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Play sheet and pick a play because you know it's going to work. Big play before, now you got another big one lining you up here, 1st and goal.
And he touchdown Bears! Follow The blockers, the offensive line, will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Caught. Turning it on. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. 1st down and 10. Motion from the wideout. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Straight ahead, it's Martin. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. As the officials spot the ball, they've stopped play for an injured Baylor Bear. It's 3rd and 5. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Bachmeier. Left side, it's Lyons. Kangaroos his way. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Cougars. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And how about the big tight end doing... For the quarterback, man, nice, short, safe throw. And how about the speed, the athletic ability? You've seen the evolution of the tight end in the history of football, and this is exactly why. They went from being a big target to now a guy that can make plays after the catch and make big home run plays like he did right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside. And the ball is loose on the return. Scooped up by the kicking team. He is in. Takes the fumble to the house. Touchdown, Cougar. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll bring it out. It's Beal. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Bears sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment.
Turning on the Jets. He's at the 30. Inside the... And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Baylor!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Wide receiver going in motion. There he goes. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Quick give. It's Martin. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking for room. It's Martin. Hard running there. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. The fake and wants to throw. Out wide left, it's Martin. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Hits inside, it's Martin. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. That touch pass went nowhere. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll send the tight end in motion. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Fires into the end zone. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. They go play action with Lagway. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24. Left side, it's Martin. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. From the red zone, it's Martin. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Quarterback keep. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Timeout taken by Baylor. It's second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Trying to squeak through the pile. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Baylor Bears call their third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. BYU lines up with a first and goal. Tries to get it himself. Sneaks into the end zone. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
The drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Flag way. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Flagway will try to get it from the gun on 3rd down. On target over the middle. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Into the house. Touchdown Bears!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. 2nd and forever after the delay. Did they lose their play sheets? I mean, call a play already. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays.